On the Rails podcast has partnered with All Day Energy Spray. Along with its caffeine properties, All Day Energy Spray is packed with antioxidants and amino acids to protect the brain and boost your dopamine levels. Offering 2 flavors, Strawberry Blast and Tropical Burst. I like to call it Tropical Burst. Coming in discreet 20 milliliter bottles, you simply point the nozzle to your tongue, squeeze the top down 1 to 2 times, and enjoy the instant yet long-lasting caffeine hit that is All Day Energy Spray. Bottles come in packs of 8, 16, and 24. Order online at sprayalldayenergy.com and use code RAILS and check out to support the podcast. A warning to viewers, this episode contains explicit conversations around suicide, pornography, sexual themes, and drug use. Today's guest has been kind enough to be raw and unfiltered in his delivery, so we thank him very much for this, and it was an honour to get to know him. Today's guest is Mr. Patrick Lee Conroy.
Wednesday today.
Hey.
Benny came in, I got us on the in feed. Yeah, girl. I'd get in the car, girl. Young noodle. Today's gonna be the day, little mama, let's get away, cause it's Benny day. I've been waiting all week just to say, get in the car, girl, I got paid.
Perfect, brother. Well done. Well done.
The bros come down from
Palmy.
And we're just gonna riff off each other, talk some shit here on the Rails podcast. So this was when I first hit you up, bro. This was initially going to be our second episode.
Yeah.
But on the first episode, I shot that myself, and at the time of the podcast of the recording, it sounded pretty good. And then when I got the recording, I couldn't understand a fucking word that I was saying.
It's all good, brother.
So I've let the bro know beforehand, this is actually going to be our first episode. And on the Rails podcast, myself, I'm John Taylor, from Foxton, born and bred. I've been living in Wellington for the last 10 years or so. I'm a builder, / handyman / cowboy. Not the good type too. Cowboy in the trade is yeah. That's what you gotta look out for that shit. And we're starting this podcast because me and so many other Kiwis are going through some shit, and I'm just gonna talk through it with guests, with myself, and just go through the process. Just talk through going through therapy and all that sort of shit. I'm fucking ranting now. And I'm getting up a little bit of a sweat.
Same here.
Yeah, bro, mean, bro. Bro, it was a couple of weeks ago. I put out a message on Facebook. You can go down there. Oh, this is Oki, by the way. He's just the bro. He's just chilling. Fuck, he's a bit too hot, bro. You're making me hot, cuz. I put out a message on Facebook, or a post on Facebook, just sort of reaching out to anyone who would like to come on this podcast with me. And the bro hit me up pretty quickly. I had a wee bit of a spiel on that on your DM, bro. Yeah. Fuck, bro, it's pretty heartfelt.
Yeah.
And shit, tell me about yourself, bro.
Well, brother, from Levin.
Yep.
And yeah, I don't even know exactly where to start. When I'd seen your post, bro, it meant heaps what you're trying to do, you know, because you're right. There's so many people, especially new fathers, you know, people that have gone through things and don't feel like speaking out, or they feel like the world's turned against them. And then so when I'd seen that, you know, you're doing this, I was like, wow, I've got some stuff to say. You know, I've been through some things, and if anything, I hope it, like, when I'd seen it, and I think your thoughts are along the same, that hopefully it will give people the incentive to talk about things, to go get help when they need help. You know, like, yeah, health is wealth. I'm not really a really good advocate of it.
You never know about that.
But you know, like your mental strength, bro. Yeah. That's what gets you through every day. Right. You know, and that's why it's so important to deal with things and not just. I'm also not the best advocate on that. Like I've got my issues with counsellors and stuff like that, but I really do want to get into it. But also a health system, brother. You know, trying to get into it, like. Especially around COVID time, you know, everyone was going through something, you know, like the stress of COVID was crazy. And I remember I reached out, and all my doctor did was go, he's a great doctor, don't get me wrong. I think it's just what he's learnt, but he goes, there's some antidepressants. Right. And I was like, I kind of want to speak to someone. And you couldn't do this, you know, you couldn't sit down with people. So they're like, just over the phone. And I remember I was having a real bad day. So I texted the counsellor, therapist, whoever she was, and she
sorry, brother. No, sorry, fucking my dog's fucking humping this pillow. Sorry, my bro. Fucking my bad, dog.
And bro, I never got a reply back. And like, yeah, I was just like, what the heck? And then like that's when I started listening to podcasts, bro. Like there's I can't remember the guy's name, and I've stopped listening to him, but it was like mental wealth or something like that, or mental health. And it was insane. Like the stuff that he was saying, I was like, this is mean. Like, like positive, like, you know, and that's where I get it. But yeah, it's I've lived a pretty crazy life where I lost my parents. I lost my dad when I was 10. And then 7 months later, lost my mum, both to cancer, different types. But that whole situation, bro, it's wild. Like, you know, when my dad passed, like a little bit about my dad is it wasn't a good man. Spent most of his life in prison, but was never a terrible father. Like, you know, it's not like he beat us or anything like that. Always made us feel safe and loved for the most part. He would have his ups and downs, but never made us feel terrible about ourselves type of thing. Where my other siblings have totally different stories about him. You know, he was ruthless to them. And that's the hard part.
We're the youngest, was it?
Yeah. Youngest out of, we don't know the exact number of 24, 29, being told heaps of different. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. And you got to think about it. There's a lot of cousins too. There's a lot of cousins out there, bro. And like, but it's cool. You run into people, and like I've heard some crazy stories about my dad. And yeah, I learned most of them after he died, bro. And I was just like, oh, who was he? Like, you know, that wasn't the guy that like I remember as a kid. And it's like some of the stuff's heavy, man. Yeah. Like I rethought everything, and I was like, far out. So when he passed away, I kind of lost my I would say like my security. You know, my protector is anytime I had troubles, bro, he was always there. And then so after that, I lost my protector. And then mum, she was my angel, bro. She was everything to me, man. She was so the biggest heart, you know. I think that's where I get it from. Just she's a legit tree hugger, bro. I had friends around. I had about 5 or 6 friends around. My mum comes out in a green dress, like, you know, like a hippie. Yeah. And bro, she goes, "Come on, kids, we're gonna go hug trees." And I was like,
"Yeah, fuck."
What? I was like, "What are you up to. And like everyone got up, and I was just like this. I was just such a stubborn little shit. Then I was like, "Fuck that! I'm not gonna do that." Bro, yeah, bro. Like I was just like, "What?" And everyone was like, "Your mum's so cool."
Yeah,
and I'm like, "Oh, bro."
Fucking sure.
Yeah. And it's stuff like that, bro.
Yeah, true, bro.
That it's so hard to think about. Like, especially like, you know, you sit there and you realize that, like, when, you know, your parents leave you, is you think back to moments like that where you're like, oof, fuck, I should go hug that tree with her.
Right.
You know, I think, and that's a lot of what happens when people die, is people reminisce and they go, fuck, I should have done that. Like, when I found out when my mum had cancer, man, like, and it was, I think, would have been about 3 months to 4 months after I found out that Dad had, not found out, but Dad had just died.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, what are you doing? Like, why? And I was like so angry, and I just acted out. And then because my mum was sick, and I was angry at her for it, because like they said, like, she's gonna die at some point. And I was like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Like, I didn't understand it as a kid. So then
with your mum, you were like, what the fuck?
Especially my mum, bro. Like, top tier, like, and I know it kind of sounds fucked up because, you know, they're both my parents, but like, mum was like, oh, far out. Like, she was my everything, man. And then so when I found that out, I was angry at her. And so I just acted out, school, fighting, everything. Like, did no work whatsoever. And the schools tried their best with me, but never worked out. And then they all thought the best thing to do is to try to step me away from my mum, you know, to let her rest. Right. But I took it as why are you trying to take me away from my mum? And so I was staying with my grandparents, and for me, still to this day feels like the worst thing ever. But now that I'm older, I understand why. But like, I think back to all the times that I was a little shit and my mum's fucking dying, but I just never understood it. And then when she finally like left, it was just like the world just went woof. Even now to this day, I sit there and like, you know how we were talking in the car before, like the older you get, time feels faster. I think back to that, bro, and like, it feels like time just goes again. Because it's like, holy shit, I have no parents. Like, that was the craziest thing to me. And like, then after that, like, I got sent to my brother, because obviously I had to go live with my grandparents, and they couldn't look after me. They were close to 80.
How long were you with grandparents?
For about a year. Yeah, and then they went, we're going to either send you to a foster family or you can go stay with your brother. And then...
you told me a little bit.
yeah, bro. He was out the gate. Like, he was, to the books, like... the notes I have on my phone, bro, is he was like, how I explain it, like, you know, here when people are like, he's racist, and it's like, nah, this brother was racist, you know, out the gate. He for some reason used to love my ears, like he used to pull me by my ears, like like he barely ever like. Okay, no, he did. But, like, he used to knock me on top of the head, like, knuckles on top of the head, bro. Just real weird things. And, like, I remember, like, just little shit, like, and I was so, then, like, you know, it had been a year after both my parents had just died. So, like, obviously, what is a kid going to be like? You know, I don't even know to this day, but he thought that he could just take control of it and just, you know, think, okay, if I'm tough on him, he'll come out of this tougher.
Take control of you.
Yeah,
right.
And then so the abuse that went on, man, like, just, he didn't call me by my name. He just used the N-word a lot. You know, like, just out the gate things, man. Like, I never used to get to watch TV much. He used to make me work around the house all the time. There's even like a stage where we were moving bricks. He had like a brick driveway, and we're taking up bricks and we're stacking them. And I'd been working for 5-6 hours. You know, it was during the weekend. And so I was tired, wasn't concentrating. obviously fucking miserable, depressed, didn't want to be there.
Living with this fucking redneck.
Straight up redneck. Like I know I'm a bit brown. He's white.
Oh, yeah.
Not white. He's white.
Yeah.
But straight up, bro, it was crazy. Like, I was stacking these bricks. I remember it so clearly. And I was doing it wrong. So you had to do 2 this way. And then, like, the next one had to be the opposite.
Right.
And I forgot. Like, I just stopped doing it. And then all of a sudden, bro, I see this brick go past my face.
Fucking
I turn around, bro, and this brick just perfectly hits me in the gut. And I was like, oh, shit. And he was like, oh, I told you to stack them fucking properly. It's like, whoa, it's not that big of a deal, bro. It's just some bricks. Come and talk to me. And be like, brother, you're spastic. What are you doing? You know, like have a laugh with it. Bro, yeah, like he didn't have that thing of like, oh, you're stuffing up. Like, come on, mate. Like, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
It was just straight abuse. Like, you fucking dumbass. What are you doing? And it's like, holy man. And then so it got to the point where I started doing things. So I started stealing. I was trying to get away. And I think without me even realizing, like, I was doing things for him to hate me more to the point that he's like, get out.
Right, okay.
And like we got to this bad point of like I was sitting there, bro, and I remember he got me a belt to wear because he wanted me like he used to go, you walk like a gay. And I'm like, how am I meant to walk? And like it would be like he walks like a cowboy. Bro, he bought me some cowboy boots to wear because that's how white he wanted me to be.
Trying to fucking groom you into listening to Randy Travis.
Straight up, bro, he named his son Jesse James.
No, he didn't.
Bro, yes. And it's...
Quickly, I like Randy Travis. Yeah, anyway.
But like... it was just an out the gate experience, man. Fuck. And then, like, I remember with this belt, bro, I remember no one was home. I'd gotten home from school one day, and I remember, like, walked outside, and I was like, and I looked at the fucking things. I remember I chucked the belt around it, and I was like, I'm a hang myself. Like, I'm done. 12-year-old, bro, and I'm like, I'm fucking over this. But then I was like, just being a dumbass going, how do I tie it? How do I get around my neck? Right. And then I was like, I could do it like this. I was like, but then it's not going to stay. Yeah. And I was like, how do I do it? And I remember I still tried. Like I put the belt in, I tried to jam it in. Right. And I remember I put it around my neck, and as soon as a little bit of weight went onto it, I was like, and I was like, fuck, I can't even do this right.
Right. I can't even fucking do this right.
Maybe he's right.
And your brother's like, fucking do. Yeah. 2 bricks on the fucking
he used to drive like Corvettes and stuff like that, and I remember I could hear his V8 from ages away, and like I used to start crying because I'd be like, what have I done wrong today? I've done something wrong today. And like
just by hearing that noise,
because I was just generally so scared, and like even at school, these 2 kids jumped me. And I spun around and I punched one of the kids square in the nose, bro. Apparently I broke his nose. And I like got home, and my dad was always a person that supported, if someone hits you, you fucking swing. No matter what, who cares? And I was like, sweet. And then so I did it, and I like went home still thinking, you know, dad would be proud of me. Opened up the door, bro, and I closed the door. And this grown ass man, this is my issue with it as well. It's like, he was 40-something. I turn around, bro, and he just goes, square in the fucking forehead, bro, just like this. Dropped to the ground.
Your brother.
And he grabs me by my ear and he puts it up to his ear, like just off the ground. And he was like, I don't know, yay high off the ground. Yeah. He goes, I don't give a fuck if a big black says the N-word, is raping you in the ass. You fucking take it. And I was like, what do I do here?
Yeah, right,
you know, what do I do here? And his favourite thing was to give me these lectures, and he used to tell me how, because my dad was quite abusive to my mum, and I didn't know much of it. Like I just knew dad was an arsehole. That's all I got told. And when he took over me and to be my legal guardian, they got all the CIS reports. And apparently dad knocked, what he told me, that dad knocked mum's teeth out with a hammer. So this is kind of like where the manipulation comes in. And yeah, he used to sit there and be like, you know, you're going to be a useless cunt like him. You know, you're going to be abusive, like rah, rah, rah. And he'll do it to all my other siblings. And I started to hate my family. Like, you know, I'd be like, oh, like I started being a bit racist and going, yeah, fuck that.
Right.
Yeah, and I started because it got to the point where I was looking at him like, oh, I need to impress him. Like, because I felt like if I didn't, I'd get a hiding.
Right.
So I was like, fucking hell, yeah, I need to be like him. Yeah. And then so it started changing me, bro. And I started like, I was like, yeah, fuck dad. Fuck him. Fuck mum. She was a useless alcoholic. You know, she couldn't keep a job. To later find out why she couldn't keep a job is because I kept on getting kicked out of schools. And then so like when I remember the day so clearly, I was going for Christmas at my grandparents'. I remember I get down there. I'm like, yeah, boy, I'm back home. Let's go. Like, and my grandparents are like, oh, we're really impressed with you, Patrick. You know, you've really started turning yourself around. Like, you know, but he had found out that I started stealing. Just about 4 weeks before that, and bro, it's the worst experience of my life still to this day.
Your grandparent found out?
No, my brother, sorry. Yeah, backtracking a little bit.
Gotcha. No, you're right. I'm just not keeping up. Brother.
Yeah. I'd stolen biscuits from his wife's work. She was a nurse.
Right.
And bro, as a kid, they had, you know, like the sink, like the cupboards underneath the sink.
Right.
How they're usually filled with like fucking soaps and shit.
Yeah.
This is a big cupboard, bro. Jeff. It was all biscuits. And I was like, yeah.
You fucking
stuffed the each packet in my pants. I'd go back and then, bro, I could only eat like 4 of each. And then I'd be like, oh, fuck, I feel gross. Right. So I used to hide them behind my bed, bro.
You took all of them.
But every time I'd go back to sit in the car, because I'd have to sit in the car and wait for her to finish work after school, I'd forget about bringing these biscuits with me. So I'd just steal another pack. But then, so it started piling up behind this bed, bro. Some of the biscuits got out. And then I'd stolen this little can of baby food because it was applesauce. And I was like, I want some applesauce.
Yeah.
And he took it as, he found it, bro. The applesauce had fallen onto the bed, brand new bed. And they found it because they moved away my bed. And they were like, what the fuck's all this? And I got home, bro. And I was like, oh, no. Yeah. And he made me stand. And I remember it was a summer's day. You know, this was months before Christmas, bro. We stand there and he was just yelling at me. And I was like, can I sit down? I'm about to pass out. He was like, no. Like screaming at me. And I just went, good dunk, hit the ground. And then that whole night, bro, he kept me standing and just yelling at me. And then I was finally allowed to sit down. Like, I mean, from 7 o'clock, like, onwards, he was just lecturing me. And, I was standing, and then I finally got to sit down. And it was about 12 o'clock in the morning by that point, and I was falling asleep. And he chucks his his cranberry juice at me in the face. And I was like, what the fuck? And he was like, clean it up, you dumb. Yeah. And I remember cleaning it up, bro, just crying because I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was religious because I was like, please, I prayed every night and I was like, please get me out of this. Like, I need to like, I was scared, like, he's going to kill me. And, after that made me stand. And I remember, bro, like, I'm never, like, falling asleep standing up. I was like falling asleep.
Like a vampire.
Right. Yeah. And he leans over. No, as a grown-ass man, bro, full force just jabs me straight in the stomach. I drop down on the ground, just,
fucking days.
Yeah, bro. And, like, he was like, you haven't felt shit yet. He was like, if you don't stand up in 5 seconds, I'm going to fucking show you what to cry about. And I, like, got up, and he was like this. And I remember, like, and he was like, pussy. And I was like, I'm fucking 12. I'm 12, brother. What do you want me to do? Like, you know? It's like, what are you up to? And then, he kept me up to, like, it would have been like 3 in the morning. And then he made me sleep on cardboard because I didn't deserve the bed.
Oh, my.
He was like, He was like, do you know why homeless people sleep on cardboard? I was like, why? Because it keeps them warm during the night. Get yourself a piece of cardboard. And I was like, oh, shit. And I, like, slept there and he woke me up 3 hours later. And he was like, time to work. In boy.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
I can say it for you if you want.
But yeah, and then
I won't.
4 weeks later, after copious amounts of torture, I got to go back to my grandparents for Christmas, and I was so happy, bro. And he didn't really say much to them because he had a plan,
Right.
And I get to, my brother takes me to go get ice cream from like Mr. Whippy.
Yeah.
I was like loving life, bro.
Yeah,
Skipping back home. I thought this is the best day ever. Yeah. Turns out it was, bro. Because my grandparents, we get home and my nana goes, I need you to sit down. And then my grandpa was like, now. And like, they're not those type of people. Like, so they were angry. And I was like, what the hell? And then it goes, she's got tears in her eyes and she goes, I can't believe it, Patrick, but you've done it again. Kenneth doesn't want you back. And I was just like, oh, shit. Let's go. Like, I was like, yeah. And she was like, I can't believe you're smiling right now. And I was like, whoa, like, what's up with that? So basically, after that, I get sent to some family friends, and I haven't seen them since the day I ran away. Regret all of it. They were sweet people and they really looked after me. They had their issues, but I had mine, and mine took over me. And because of all that shit that happened with him, I started stealing money off them. I started doing heaps of dumb stuff. Yeah. And then when shit hit the fan, I'd just run away. And then one day I ran away and they were just like, fuck it. You want to run away? You run away. Good luck. And because they had their own drama going on. And I just didn't understand it. I just took it as this is a toxic environment. See you later, bolt. And I left. And I remember sleeping in the Shannon rugby grounds. Yeah. And jumping on a bus to school. And I remember the bus driver was like, why aren't you in your uniform? I was like, going on camp. And he's like, where? I was like, oh, someplace up north. He was like, why isn't anyone else doing it? I was like, oh, you know, my issues. I was like, it's just, you know, the kids with issues. And he was like, okay. And then I remember I like got off the bus, dipped. Went to my grandparents' place and I was like, I'm running away, I'm done. And they're like, get out of the house, go. We don't want to hear it. And I was like, fine. And then my brother Terry, thank God for him.
Is he your younger?
No, older brother. Yeah. And he, I think yeah. But he was like, he called my sister because my sister said that she would have me, and instantly she got me picked up, and that's where I came to Wellington, and I remember she was a blessing, but there's issues there too. You know, not everything has to be perfect. But yeah, I went there, but she gave me finally like 3 years. After 3 years, she finally gave me space to just breathe. There was nothing to worry about. She was like, you know, she reminded me of my dad, you know, she's a short, fat lady and she will knock a motherfucker out. Like she's like that. And she's tough as, but you know, she had her loving soul. Like, you know, she really gave me my space to just be like, you do you. Like if you want to go cry, go cry. And I was like, oh, thank fuck. Like finally someone's like understanding me. And she like got me a phone. I hadn't had a phone in ages.
What was
like,
your first phone?
Oh, bro, one of those shitty like Androids. It's like one of the first touch phones.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, look at this, she like, yeah.
Bro, I got a little I'll just jump in there. I got a little confession to make. Do you remember on I know the phone. Do you remember on Facebook for a while there was a meme that went around and it was like the 1-ounce G starter pack.
Yeah.
It had like the bro with the fucking rat's tail.
Yeah.
Some bro with like two tuies in his, like, you know, holding the two bears or whatever. Yeah. And another bro with the cack knees.
Yeah.
I made that, bro.
Did you actually? Oh, bro. That's crazy.
But I got some like shot back because it was like one of the bros, I won't name anyone, but one of the bros from Shannon was like, motherfucker, that's my niece. And I was like, and he's a big boy. Yeah. And I was like, oh, no, I don't know.
bro.
I didn't think it was gonna. I didn't think it was gonna go, and it had that. Yeah, it had that same Android phone on it, and
bro. I swear, every year that rotates around.
It rotates,
again,
bro. It fucking rotates. Every time I see it, bro, I always get hit up to. I'm like, because I posted it originally on like a fake profile that I had.
Yeah.
And it was like fucking something like fucking. I don't even know what it was called. It was like, yeah, bro. I was like, no one will find out it was me. Like, no one will care. It's just something funny. Yeah, and I just made it on like one of those fucking like generic fucking like meme fucking things. And then Nick Minute fucking just ran, bro. And I was like, oh no.
But especially in small towns, bro.
Yeah, bro.
You know, like I always love watching those videos, and it's like worst cities in worst towns in New Zealand, or boringest towns in New Zealand. And I'm like, where's Levin?
Yeah.
And it's like counting down, and it's like number one, Levin. I'm like, oh shit. We're not that bad. And then I sit there and think about it. I'm like,
get a clock with it that tells the time, and it fucking tells what the temperature is.
And both of them are wrong. You know, but sometimes they don't work. But it's there, you know. But like it's funny. Like I sat there and thought about it. I mean, that's definitely a Lavinian that made that. Like, where, you know, you get to a point where you're like, I fucking hate this town. But then you realise every other town's kind of like it. Like, and my favourite thing about like Foxton, Levin, and Shannon is like, you know, you'd have the Foxton boys that comes to Levin, and there's always fights.
Always, right?
Shannon, Levin, always fights. But if you had to meet in another town like Palmy, all of a sudden we're one big family. Right? You're like, oh, what up, brother? You know, could have had a fight last weekend, but it doesn't matter anymore. It's all good. And then you get someone there like steps in, and it's like everyone's like, come on then. And it's like, it's such a weird thing. But then the next weekend you meet back in Levin, you're like, fuck you.
Fucking Levin Club.
Oh, bro. Straight up.
I
miss Living Club.
Yeah, bro, me too.
I miss Living Club. There was a, you know, alcohol abuse centre. Like I understand that, like that now. As like I'm older, I realise like fuck, we had problems. Like you hit the Thursday and you're like, oh, can't wait. Can't wait. And you're like,
was it a Friday night?
Bro, Friday nights. Right. Oh, just went off. And I've realised like every generation had it, but then our generation. It kind of just stopped.
Right?
Everyone younger than us kind of started going clubbing and doing, like we were doing that, but we were doing it on a Saturday night.
Yeah, right.
You know, and then so it was like
in Levin or
no.
Okay.
We'd go to Palmy. There was like 2 years of my life where like alcohol really took over. I was jobless. But I was apparently that much fun to drink with that people were just, they felt sorry for me. I don't know what it was. Like, I just took it and I was like, I'm real fun to drink with. But everyone was like, oh, fuck, who's buying his drinks this week? I did it last week. But like, we'd go out Thursday night, Palmy students, like clubbing, Friday night, Levin Club, and then Saturday night, Wellington.
Oh, yeah.
We'd all pile in someone's car, you know, I scraped up like maybe some money to chip in, but like, I'll get you next week. And then they'll be like, yeah, whatever. You ain't going to do that. And then like, I'll just steal everyone else's drinks. Like, this is, I'm going to save this one. Actually, I'm going to save this one for last. I'm going to save this one for last. But, small town stuff.
Yeah. Sorry, bro. I got off fucking track there with my bad, bro.
It's all good, bro.
Fuck. Your sister got your...
Oh, yeah, moving to Wellington. Yeah, bro, she kind of just got me back into it, like back into just a normal life. You know, she had heaps of other kids there. That was her thing, bro, just taking anyone that needed it. And, there was a bit of a hard thing, though, where I was not left out, but, like, I destroyed a lot of things, and she would take that as an insult, where I'd break a phone and like I never had these motherfuckers, so I don't understand it. And so she'll just kind of stop buying me them or buy me cheap ones, and then but spoil all the other kids. All the other kids had still their parents around as well, so they were getting extra spoiled with things. And then so that whole time that I was there, I felt so left out. Like I just felt so like I was like I'm on my own. Like all these other kids were either way younger than me or way older than me. So there's no one I could really bond with, apart from the guy. So we called it the yard. All right. Yeah. Bro, so there's a movie could be made about it.
Oh, yeah.
I probably shouldn't say this
my God.
out
We'll
of the
start with a
open.
podcast about it. And then we'll fucking
Yeah, bro. It's,
with the bro Taika Waititi.
yeah, bro. Crazy story, bro.
Yeah, bro.
It's a crazy life there. But there's like, you know, it'll be, I think there's like 23 houses on this yard.
Yeah,
and it's like a worker's yard. No, you're good, bro.
That's what. Yeah, that's
it
better.
was like a worker's yard.
Yeah.
So there was trucks. He owned a landfill here in Wellington. And I met a kid there. It was his son. And his name, I won't say his name actually.
No.
He might not like it. But I call him my little brother now because he's only 2 years younger than me. But, bro, he just looked at me like I was his older brother. And, bro, he kept me through Wellington. Like, you know, I went through drama here in Wellington. I lost a bunch of friends through some bullshit. I happily say that. Stuff that still hasn't, like, I haven't really dealt with properly. I kind of gotten over it, but it's just shit.
Yeah, right.
But just school bullshit, especially here in Wellington. But he stuck with me, bro, just the whole way. Even now, when I had my kidney removed 4 weeks ago, bro.
Fuck.
4 weeks ago, yeah, I'm tough.
Yeah.
Nah, I give it all to him and my partner.
Is laughing all right for you?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Everything's sweet. I'm just unfit now. But bro, he took off 3 weeks to come look after me, just like nothing. He's don't get me wrong. He's in a situation where he is making bank for himself, and you know. But he was just like, all good. I'll come do it. And then, bro, his dad. The day I went in for surgery, his dad went in for kidney failure. And he was like, look, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to stay here for 3 days, and I'm going to come up and look after you for 3 days, and I'm going to go back down to Wellington. I was like, you know, you can just stay with your dad. I'm all good. Like, I can just rot in bed. Like, it's all, like, nothing like that. Like, I'm fine. Like, if I have to, I'll piss in a bottle if I have to. I don't give a shit. Like, I'm just in recovery. And he was like, no. I'm coming, like I said, I'm coming to look after you. I'm coming to look after you. And he did, bro. And we had a system because I couldn't sit up from bed. And so he'd put a sheet underneath me, bro. He'd stand over me, lift me up. And, like, he would even, like, walk me to the toilet if I needed it. Like, just help me in any way possible, bro. Didn't ask for anything. All he asked, bro, this is the coolest thing. He goes, I just want to know, like, because my partner's a chef. Was a chef. But, he goes, I just want her to show me a couple of recipes of, like, you know, what to cook. Like, I want to be able to cook for myself properly. Bro, and it's just still to this day. Bro, he bought me a headset for the game because I don't have a headset. And, like, just everything, bro. Like, and then, like, I cried, bro, because I was just like...
Good cunt, bro.
Bro, like, and he's never, ever been that guy that asked for something. But he's always been a wealthy kid. Like, you know, his dad made something, you know, but he's always been like, you've never really asked for anything. Like, you've never been going like, oh, your dad's rich, you know, nothing like that. He goes, you've just always been there. You've always had my back with you. Like, he's done some dumb things, man. He can be like, when he was younger, he was a dumb motherfucker.
Right.
Like, he would, like, call me, be like, bro, I fucking done this. And I'm like, what? Why? Why did you do that? But I was always like, bro, you're more than welcome to come up if you need space. Like, come and stay. And then so it was just cool that he came back, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's just
he's
been there, bro.
That's cool, bro. Dude. Yeah, it's good, bro.
And then so
I was just about to say, that's so cool to have friends.
Bro.
Like that, but I do have friends like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
If anything, losing, like, being bedridden from, like, surgery, like, it's always things like that. It kind of teaches you a lot. Like, I've got mates that I love to my soul. Right. It just showed a lot, like, about the boys, you know.
Yeah.
And, like, no fucking hate to them. Everyone's got their own life. That's one thing that I'll never do. I will never sit there and go, why weren't you there? You've got your own shit. Right. You know, and I can't be mad at you for that. You know, I can't expect you to drop everything. Like, the only reason why the Jason did is because he had he was in a position to be able to. So I never ever hold anything against him for it. Right. It's a tough thing.
Fuck yeah, bro.
But that's Wellington. And then after that, I moved back to live in, and you know, Wellington's a very PC place. You learn a lot.
fuck it is, bro.
So I thought it was a shock coming to Wellington and going, oh, I can't say those things. What?
Say faggot?
Yeah, bro. Honestly, you get beheaded for it.
Bro, even more so now, bro.
I knew the word like training.
Yeah.
But then when I saw one and I was like, what? These are legit.
Yeah.
It's wild.
This isn't a myth.
Yeah.
A Pokemon.
Bro, but then going like moving back to Levin, that was a whole nother kettle of fish. Because the boys would be like, you fucking homo. Like, you dirty little poo pusher. Like, so like that. And I'd be like, whoa. You can't say that. And they'd look at me and be like, you fucking faggot. What are you doing? And it's just like, oh my God, my ears. And then I'm like, hang on. You're not meaning it. You're not actually meaning like, you know. Right. But if I said like, oh, brother, I like boys.
Yeah.
They'd be like, oh, nice. Oh, all good, brother. But then they would still call me a fucking homo.
Right.
It's nothing there's no actual hatred behind it.
Right.
But then there was the hard part is instead of dealing with my problems healthily, I just went to alcohol. What else are you meant to do in a small town? Right. And then so that was the hard part. And then not getting a job, bro, is like I was just useless. Like, you know, like fuck, I couldn't hold a job to save my life.
It's so fucking hard to get a job in Levin, bro. Bro, when I was like, I was like 20, I was living with my mum, my brother, his wife, pregnant to be, and I was coming off like a year off the it's not the benefit, but it was like a study.
I know.
Study link thing.
Yeah.
And I was just about coming off it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, fuck, I need a job, bro. So I went down to New World, spoke to the bro. And he's like, oh yeah, I'll get back to you. And I was like, oh yeah. And I fucking went down here for the next like fucking 2 months, bro. And I was like, I'm not getting any money. I even spoke some shit like I was like, oh fuck, I'm delving into my savings now, like just trying to sound like a fucking cool cunt. Yeah. I had no fucking savings. What the fuck? So I didn't even have a pack of ciggies. I was still fucking.
My question with that, bro, is like when I was in that situation is I always said, I want to work. Yeah. But it's that taking accountability is like, I didn't actually want to work. Like I like
true, bro.
So were you like that too?
Bro, I was.
Yeah.
And there are factors these days.
Yeah.
Where I'm still like that.
Yeah, 100%. Me with my kidney, bro. Like I was like, like when I'm in recovery, it's a jam the game. I don't got to do anything.
Fuck yeah,
no, like we're good. Like we're not saving anything.
Yeah.
But like we're there. Like shout out fucking working income. Helping a brother out.
Auntie
they scared me for a little bit there because they're like, didn't you just own a business? And I'm like, I still do, but I can't work. And they're like, so I just closed the whole business down. I was like, I can't mow lawns, so I was like, stuff it. Like, I'll get to that. And, bro, it's just, but that's, I don't know what it is. Some people have it where they're like my older brother is a machine, bro. Like, I don't want to toot his own horn.
Yeah.
I don't want to enlarge his head anymore, bro.
He's like,
he knows he's the man.
Yeah.
And it's every day I'm on the phone with him, and he's like, fix this today. He goes, save the boy's life. And I'm like, shut up, bro. And he's like, I'm the man, Patrick. Your older brother's a gangster. I'm so good at my job. And I'm like, I know he is, but I just don't want to give him that credibility. He doesn't need any credibility. Right. He's happy with his own wisdom, And so that's the hard part though. Is like I didn't have that built in me. I didn't have that like I want to work. And then it wasn't until just after COVID, I'd seen this news ad, bro, and she goes, "Who wouldn't want to be a farmer?" Me being a fat cunt with this too, she goes, "You get free meat," and I was like, "Oh my god, steak! Fuck yeah!" And I remember looking at my missus and I go, "I want to be a farmer," and she was like, I don't think it's a good idea. And then I was hyped about it, bro. Hyped as about it. And then she goes, and then I was like, I just applied for this job, And I was like, kind of noticed her vibe. And I was like, what's wrong? And she was like, please don't take this as like me being mean. And I was like, what? And she was like, I don't believe you can do it. Like, I don't want to move like out of mum's, and I don't think I can trust you to keep the job. And that's when everything kind of went, oh, what? And I like got angry, and I was like, why? She was like, you haven't really proven yourself. And I was like,
this is a big step. Eh?
Yeah.
Because farming, it's for the most part, is it like living on?
Yeah, bro. You live, breathe. Yeah, farming, like people told me, like, you know, farming's a lifestyle, brother.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, so is work, like in general, but it's different. Like you go home, and because you love these animals, well, you could hate them, bro, but at the end of the day, you love them. Yeah. Like, you know, I've heard stories of some people abusing their cows. Yeah. Those are kind of the people that kind of slip through the cracks. Right. But I'd go home, bro, and I'd sit there and be like, did I close the gate?
Right.
Did I do this right?
Yeah.
And then I have to jump back on my bike. Yeah. It's already 6 o'clock. Yeah. I'm fucking tired. I've been up since 3 o'clock in the morning. And so I'm like, I'm boosting to try and get this thing. And I'll do something dumb like break through a tape. And then so I've got to sit there, fix that up. And then I go, you know, check, and the gate's closed. Yeah. I'm like, oh, fuck's sakes.
Girls are fun.
Yeah. And then you go back home. But I proved her. I showed her, and like I thank her for that, bro. Because if it wasn't for her,
for what she said,
I probably would have been a useless. Like I probably would have gone into it, and I would have failed. But because she doubted me in a loving way, I was like, I'm gonna prove you.
Right.
I'm gonna show you.
Yeah.
And then I did, and like it was the best 2 years, bro. Like farming ain't for everyone, but it teaches you. So I left farming, and I was like, I could be a fucking astronaut if I wanted to. Right. This is easily one of the fucking hardest jobs in New Zealand, and I've just done it for the past 2 years. Not like it's nothing. I struggled. I would come home and I'd fucking cry because, and for any farmers watching this, I'm probably gonna be like, yeah, pussy. Yeah. Fucking do this.
Yeah, fucking like, fruitcake.
Bro, straight up. I'd sit there, like, I had to tell IC that he would be drinking all night, bro. He'd start work at 4 in the morning. He would have a quick nap, come to work, and he'd be like, fuck, I'm pissed as. And he would still be better at the job than me. And I'm like, am I just that useless? I talked to my manager about it because I was actually like, am I actually that useless, or is he just really good? He was like, he's really good, man. He was like, you are useless, but he's really good. And I'm like, oh, sleep. But like, just like, and I know other farmers that would drink all night. Like, they wouldn't sleep, and they'll still come to work and like just crush it. And I'm like, I would come to work hungover, and I'd be like, oh my God, I want this cow to kick me in the head. I want to go home, bro. Yeah. But like it teaches you so much things. Bro. It teaches you how to be tough, you know, and in ways that when shit goes wrong, that you can't just sit there and be like, fuck, you know, you can't cry about it. If those cows do something and they're endangered or something like that, you've got to go sort it out because you've got, you know, 300, 500 brains, you know, things that are doing something that you can't exactly control. You know, it's not like I could be like, oh, hey, brother, can you go open up that door? Or like, you know, give me your glass. You know, then they're not going to sit there and go, oh, yes, it is, brother. Like, you know, they got their mind of their own. So you got to try to dictate that without screaming at them, without, you know, stressing them out, because at the end of the day, you want good quality milk. And then so like everything you do affects a cow. So if you're sitting there going, yeah, fuck, piece of shit, you know, they're stressed out. Yeah, fucking, bang it. Get you cancelled just as you start.
Yeah, fuck, bro. Fuck, I welcome being cancelled, bro. I'm just going to say it, bro.
Bring it. Fuck, yeah, so anyway, what was your first job that you're like, I like this?
My first job that I was like, I like this. It was, liking it was, oh, God. I'd like to say fucking painting, bro.
Yep.
I like to say painting. I beforehand, I was doing like just random little fucking hospo jobs.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, right.
Bartending, fucking washing dishes, making coffees and shit like that.
Yeah.
I think I was good at it.
Yeah.
But I don't think I liked it.
Yeah,
But I think it was just one of those things that I thought was the only thing I could do.
Bro, same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And through that process of being in hospo,
Yeah.
I thought I was more of not a girly girl, but definitely not a hard man.
No.
Definitely not a hard
No, definitely.
Yeah. And so I was working with my brother.
Yeah.
That's right, down in Christchurch. And picked up a tool for like the first time, bro. And I was like, shit at it, which was like a fucking hammer, just a fucking hammer.
Yeah.
Don't even know how to fucking hold a hammer. But when I sort of got into things, into the swing of things, mind the pun, and just feeling that like, you know, that fucking, we were talking about it before, like feeling like a fucking, you know, even though it was like, fuck all, I was like, fuck, this is me. This is what the trades is all about.
Straight up.
This is what it all felt like.
Yeah.
That was probably it, bro. And but I had a second wind, if you would, with your question, bro.
Yeah.
And probably the second sort of job that I liked, that really sort of what's the word? That really sort of
Triggered
me, bro, in a good way.
Yeah.
Was I used to work in offices, bro.
Yeah.
And that was a funny little story on its own. It was just sort of when I moved to Wellington. When I moved to Wellington, I was still in the trades, and I'd drive into the city, do some jobs in the city, and you see all these people walking around in like suits and shit. And you're like, fuck, that looks mean, you know?
Get to go into
bro.
nice
Like who's this? Yeah, bro. Yeah,
bro.
that and like looking like fucking James Bond or some
Yeah,
shit.
bro. Yeah.
You know, looking like James Bond as opposed to looking like fucking like Jake Hecker or whatever. James Hecker. It's Hecker. James Hecker. And just like that sort of shit. And I had a partner at the time, and she worked at a bank. And I was like, how the fuck do you get into this sort of? And do you need like a degree or some shit?
Yeah.
Fucking, do you need to be at uni or for like fucking 20 years, whatever it is? And she's like, no, you just apply. And I'm like, hey, what the fuck? So fucking,
wild,
I just went down the rabbit hole, applied, got this fucking like piss ass job in like a fucking just like on computer, but I knew nothing about computers, but absolutely nothing. Bullshitted my way into that job.
Oh, yeah. Fake it till you make it, brother.
Fake it till you make it, bro.
Yeah,
like I'm doing
100%.
right now, man.
Yeah.
Fucking, I think it was the structure of how. Sorry, went to an interview, got a fucking job like that day. Well, the next day, fucking unreal, bro. And then they were like, oh, and then I was like, fuck, the only clothes I've got is like a fucking like this.
Yeah.
So I had to like go to fucking Kmart or some shit, get me some clothes. And then it was the reason I liked it from the get go. Actually, that's sort of where I'm getting at. That right from the get go, there was like structure, bro.
Yeah.
There was structure from the moment you walk in the door to the moment you leave, and even after you leave, like structure as in like getting home, like on our bus or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you're going to drive into the city. And that's actually one thing in particular which is, for me, is good for me, is structure. And I fucking need structure, bro.
Yeah.
And that was just something that I had never had before in terms of like professionalism or workplace or whatever.
Yeah,
bro.
That's
a good question, bro.
it's a
fire, bro.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing is like, like I was saying, some people have it, some people don't. Some people have been taught it, some people haven't. And then and it's so easy to fall into that thing of going, I'm going to pay this money, you know. And like my thing now is like, even still on the benefit, like you know, having to go back onto it, is also like, why don't they drug test, you know? to throw that out there. 'Cause I remember when I was first on it, oh, bro, I was smoking weed all the time. I was your pinnacle just bum. Like, you know, I was trying to hustle everything out of them. And like they allowed it. And like they would be like, oh, you know, should I see you applying for jobs? So I'd go and trade me and I'd just apply for anything. Nothing I'm gonna get.
Apply for fucking CEO of of Air New Zealand.
Yeah. And they're probably like looking at this like, another one.
Yeah.
Like I didn't care. But in saying that though, I also didn't think that I was gonna live past 21. Like with depression and everything like that, suicide, like obviously Levin, Foxton, Shannon, bro, we went through that time we
fucking did, bro.
Like so many people, bro.
It just fucking kicked off, bro.
And that's the
You wanna talk a little bit?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. So
I'll go into it as well.
Yeah. I had a bro, Taylor. I feel like the only person in my whole entire life that I could say anything to him, he would understand, like truly to his heart, but like, yeah, bro, I understand that. He was the person that like, I got him tattooed on. We got the same tattoos, bro. Just brought home job tattoos. And just, that's why, like, I thought about this before I came on. And I was like, you know, what I'm going to say. And like, now there is no words to explain the beautiful person that he was. And like, he was the only other person that I kind of met that, like, you know, he lost his dad, then he lost a stepdad, and like, he had abuse, he had all these things that had happened. And like, his older brother, he got sick. And like, so he knew a lot about like what the kind of similar things that I'd been through, people getting sick, other people dying, you know, for us not having proper father figures, you know, stuff like that. And just, I remember, bro, well, we went through, this is the phase where we were trying to get MD. We were trying to do MD as much as we can, you know, just small town bullshit. We're drinking, me and him, we went on a bender from like before New Year's. It was like, I think I had 18 days. Okay, and then this is I had 14 days. Sorry, so I did 2 weeks. Like, not just like we're getting smashed every night. And then one day I remember we're in this flat. Oh, fucking love that flat, man. And there was a bunch of us living there, and it was just after one New Year's, bro. We meet up with these people. I want to take the credit on it because everyone went to like R&V and Bay Dreams, and I was a broke motherfucker. And the bro, do you know Alan?
Alan
Young.
Yes, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, shout out Alan Young, bro.
Shout out Alan, bro. He hit up in the group chat, and he was like, "What's, you know, anyone that's not going to Bay Dreams or R&V, what's your guys' plans?" And he was like, "I'm driving up to Taupo, rah. And I like messaged him. I was like, "Hey, brother, I'd love to come. I don't really have much money." He was like, "Did I ask?" And I was like, right. And he picked me up, and I was like, "Where are we sleeping?" He was like, "In the van, brother. Let's do it." And I was like, "Let's do it."
Easy,
you know,
bro.
like he was just there, bro. And I was like, man, went up there, had a all right time. And then after New Year's, bro, we wake up. And this is how much of a family man he is, bro. We wake up, bro, and we're halfway to Hamilton. And I was like, and I didn't realize that he wasn't really drinking the whole night. And I clicked and I went, "This is your plan." I was like, he had a sleep, got up, and we drove to Hamilton and to go see his brothers and stuff. And I was like, wake up, and I was like, "What are we up to?" And he was like, "Going to Hamilton." I was like, "What?" And he was like, "It's all good. Go see my brother." And I was like, "All right, let's do it." Went back to sleep, wake up, and his brother's already cooking us bacon and eggs, and like we had a good time. And then we drove back to Taupo, and we found out other mates were coming. And he was like, "Do you want to kick it with them?" And I was like, "Yeah, sweet." And then he found out he had to go back to Levin, and I was like, "I'm gonna just still stay with them." And then so we went to this campground, bro, and we had a mate, and it was a DJ, and he set it up, bro, and we fucking I was like, this is gangster.
Yeah.
So I messaged in our group chat and I was like, the boys, everyone, come here on your way back from Bay Dreams. So everyone did, and we met these 2 lovely girls. And they were fucking the bee's knees, bro. And they lived at this flat, and they were just like kind of like mums, bro. Like they were just like, boys, fucking come here, we'll drink, rah. And like we ended up living there, and they were fine with it. They were just like, as long as you guys clean up after yourselves, all good. And they'll feed us, everything like that. Bro. Just look after us, bro. It's like they would have this serious talks like, Pat, you need to get a job.
Right.
Come on. I'd lost my license for drink driving, and I was on doing community service, and so that was just down the road from their place. I was walking there. I would come back, get drunk and stuff. But yeah, so all of us were cooped up in this flat, bro, and also
Living?
in living, bro. We had all mattresses in the lounge, and so me and Taylor went to have a nap, bro, during the day. And I was like, sweet G. I was like, that's us on our bender. And he was like, yeah, bro. Right, I go to sleep. And I wake up, look to my side, and he's gone. And I was like, what the fuck? And I like get on my phone. And I was like, where you at? And I get a message back, bro, and it's a photo. And he's got a box, and he's at the river with our other mates. And I was like, why didn't you wake me up? He was like, you look comfy sleeping, bro. Yeah. And I was like, all right, then. And then I was like, that's me. I'm done drinking. He went on until like 18, 20 days, bro. And I was like, what a gangster, what a tough cunt. And just us being so young and not understanding that, like, it's bad. Like, the bro was obviously, we're trying to avoid things. And we're at this flat and we're talking. And I was like, bro, do you ever just feel like we should write down words?
Sorry, Robbie. Am I good?
Yeah, bro. I was like, do you ever just feel like we need to write down, what's happened in our life and stuff? And he was like, yeah, bro. And then so we sat there and we wrote down fucking our things, bro. And life kind of carries on. He used to move back to Lake Ferry. His mum's like, you've had enough time partying and stuff like that. Come home, let's sort you out. And anyway, he does. And we're all too broke to go like visit him and stuff. Lake Ferry is very like isolated place.
Yeah,
very
over the hill, eh?
Yeah, beautiful
It's nice,
bro. And anyway, we obviously we think everything's fine. The bro used to be a farmer down in the South Island, and he had issues down there too, but he tried to commit suicide down there. And that's why he came back to, take care of himself. And so his mum was like, you have fun with your friends, get back to it, and then we'll slowly get it back into it. He was getting help, taking pills and stuff like that. And then, I'll take you through the day. I remember the day, like anything. I was about to go to the gym with the bro, stoned as fuck. And, his brother calls me and he was like, just goes, Tay's dead. And he's crying. And I was like, what? And he's like, Tay's dead. And I was like, I'll see you in a couple of days. And then I called him back and I was like, is it all right to tell Abby? She wasn't my partner then. And he was like, yeah. And I went out there and I was like, Abby, we need to go see your mum. And she was like, what? And I was like, we just need to go see your mum. And I was just trying to hold it together.
Right.
And I didn't tell her. We get in the car because I wanted her mum to be there because I knew how to be there. But at that moment, I was just like, you need your mum. I want my mum. So you must want your mum. Right. And we get there and her mum's not there. And the bro, that my other best mate, he actually pulled up next to us. And he's like, what up? And I knew. And I was like, hey bro. He's like, you all right? I was like, yeah, we just need to go see your mum. And she was like, what the fuck? What's going on? And we get there and I go, and her mum wasn't there. And I was like, fuck. She's like, what the fuck's going on? And I was like, Taylor's killed himself. And even till this day, bro, it's he was the man. He touched so many people's hearts. He was the man. And later on, the bro that I saw that pulled up next to us, he messaged me and he just goes, fuck. And I messaged him and I was like, we're at Abby's, bro. And I'm like, I hadn't cried yet.
Yeah, bro.
And then he came and hugged him, bro. He just cried and cried and cried. And then we just instantly started going up to Lake Ferry. And this is where I think me and the boys are a bit broken, bro. Yeah, is our way of dealing with it. We just started making fun of him, bro. Like, it's so fucked up. Like, I was sitting there, I was like, damn, in the car. And they're like, what? I was like, it's going to be a heavy motherfucker to carry. Like, I was just like, we're just like, what the fuck? And like, my partner now, like, she's just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, we just kept on cracking jokes. And like, we get there. And I remember the feeling, like, of like getting there. And I was just like, what the fuck's going on? And like, so many people started showing up. And like, say like, there was like 40 people like of our age came to show their love to Taylor. And like, that's a drive. And like, it was just crazy. There's so much love and so much support, bro. Everyone was just going through the same thing. Like, people weren't showering, people weren't sleeping. Like, I was in the clothes for like 3 days because it was such a drive back there. We're like, fuck, we didn't get any clothes. We just jumped in the car and came. And then so we're like, we're tripping out, bro. We're like, this ain't real. And like, how I explained it is like, you know, it's a good thing to, I like, you know, lost my dad, I lost my mum, I've lost other family members. Like, I went through a year where every year, uncle, cousin, someone died. And it was just the thing that was happening. So I'd like dealt with death before, but then this was just something else, man. Like, it was like, almost like the feeling of like my mum and my dad combined. But I also hadn't properly grieved them yet. Like, all that time I hadn't dealt with my shit. So then, like, him fucking topping himself, bro. Like, I was just like, you motherfucker, we were meant to be in this together. You know, we were meant to deal with life together. And then they hand me his note. And it was just on the phone, bro. And I can't even exactly remember what he said to me. But I remember that at the start of the note, it was what we had written together back at the flat. That was the start to his note. And I went, you motherfucker, you've had this plan for a while. You've had this plan for a while. And then, but his words were that he's going to go up there and he's going to work his ass off to make sure that all of our lives are better. And I was just like, you selfless motherfucker. Like, I was just like, you know, like, fuck, how can that was him in a nutshell though, is that he'll do anything for everyone. And then so like, I was like, of course, like, you know, and we realized a whole bunch of shit that we started getting like this, like spiritual, bro. It's like holy shit, like that makes sense, bro. Like even like getting into farming, bro. Like at my partner's place, there was some gummies that his mum, her mum, my partner's mum said, "Oh, would those fit you?" I chucked them on. They didn't fit.
Gum boots.
Yeah. Gotcha. And I was like, yeah. I was like, sweet, whatever. Chucked them away. Not chucked them away, but chucked them back in the garage. Yeah. And then I said I was going to get back into farm. Like I was going to get into farming and try out farming. Right. And she goes, "Oh, try those gum boots again. Try them on. They fit perfectly." All of a sudden, and I was like, "That's weird." Yeah. We get to the place that I was just what's the word? Volunteering at. Like I just wanted to get my brains around it. Bro, the song that we listened to, it was Santeria, was on the radio blasting, bro. And I was like, this is trippy. Like everything that could go wrong to farming, and like everything was going wrong at that point, is everything just took a turn. And it was like doors were just opening, and I was like, it's the bro.
Right.
So
that was
his
like favourite song.
Yeah, I was like, bro. I was like, it was out like all of the group's song, and I was like,
the group song, gotcha.
And I was like, holy fuck, this. So this motherfucker's laying the past, bro.
Did it.
I was like, he's doing it, and ever since, bro, like I sit there and these things that happen, and I'm like, my G, like I was like, thank you, brother. But like, there's like so many things where like I say like, there's not enough money in the world that I wouldn't pay. Like there's nothing I wouldn't do to have a hug from him. Like, and I would pay all the money in the world if I could just get tucked into bed again by my mum. And then like just to do, like I'd pay so much money just to talk to my dad. Like, you know, these things that I'll do fucking anything for it. And like that's the issue that like I have to deal with it. It's like he won't be my best man. My mum and like my dad won't be there to see me have my kids, to see me and my partner get married. It sucks. It's something that, you know, you got to deal with. And then it's like, it's been 15 years since I lost my dad, 14 years since I lost my mum. And it's like, holy fuck, where's the time gone? Like, you know, I was 10 and 11 when it happened. They've been gone longer than what I've known them now. And it's just like all the shit that like we've had to deal with, even the bro, like he had to deal with, that I was just like, fuck. Like, yeah, suicide sucks. A lot of people think it's selfish, bro. And that's,
yeah, bro.
I don't think it is.
Yeah, right. Fuck, bro.
Yeah.
That's some fucking real shit, bro. Holy shit.
Yeah. It's he's I live in his favor, whatever the word is.
Whatever it is, yeah.
Like, you know, every time I do something and I'm like, could have been doing this.
Yeah,
I'm doing it.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
you know,
Yeah, bro.
shit like that. And I'll fucking celebrate his life to the day I die.
That's fucking so nice,
You know?
bro. That's so nice, bro. Holy shit, bro. You know what's crazy, bro? My fucking hearing you, bro, listening to you, bro, my fucking bro, my shit's so fucking lame, bro.
No, bro.
So I got just a quick sort of summary of sort of why I've gone ahead and started with this podcast. Yeah. It's because there's a few things in my life that just aren't going right.
Yep.
One of those things, a big thing actually with me is porn addiction, bro. And we were sort of talking about it before.
Yep.
Fuck, bro. When you I remember I was at home and I was fucking and I told you to on your drive here, I told you to pull up at mine and we'll take my car into the city and whatnot. And I remember it was like about a half an hour or something away from when you were going to show up. And so I was just like, fuck, okay, let's have a quick blast. Let's have a quick blast before the bro shows up. Yeah. I've probably still got it fucking saved on the edge too. Because I went to go, what was my last? What do we got? Fucking now. Yeah, bro. And I was just like, what's a quick fucking video I can jam to?
Yeah, bro.
Oh shit, that's on. And anyway, I was just like, because that was like at that time, bro, that was like the, I didn't even think about this podcast, bro.
Yep.
All I thought about was fucking porn, bro, and having a wank.
Yep.
So that's one of my sort of issues at the moment. Currently going through therapy for that.
Yeah, bro.
Fuck, it was funny. I had my first real session in therapy last week.
Yep.
It was crack as fuck up.
How do you feel like after therapy?
After therapy?
Yep.
Well, there were the bro or the doctor or the counselor, he broke it down quite manageably.
Yep.
Which was really good for me. So, and you brought it up too on our brief conversation here, on our way here, and it was boredom, bro. Like boredom was like a massive fucking reason why you fucking pick up that phone.
100%, bro.
Little weenie, bro.
Yeah, bro. It takes 30 seconds to get onto it.
Straight up, bro. Straight up. And he goes, this is what he was saying, he goes, when do you find yourself mostly looking at porn? And I said, it's morning, nighttime, and sometimes at lunch. Yeah. Sometimes in the afternoon or even at work. Yeah. I'll just go for a drive, find something nice and quiet.
Yeah.
And he goes, is this something that you're wanting to do or you're wanting to tackle cold turkey or maybe just slowly venture into it?
Yeah.
Sort it out. And I said, definitely not cold turkey.
No.
It's completely unmanageable cold turkey.
Yeah.
And he goes, what's out of those 3 morning, lunchtime, dinner, whatever, what's the most manageable in terms of trying to not watch porn? And I said morning.
Yeah.
Because if anything, lunchtime, I think that might be stretching it. I don't often fucking watch porn at lunch. And I said morning. Yeah. And he goes, what time do you wake up usually or get up? And I say 7. And he goes, and what time do you leave? I say 7:30. Yeah. And he goes, so you've got half an hour where you watch porn, you have a wank. And I go, yep. Yeah. And he goes, what's something else that you could do? And I go, oh, fucking walk the dog. Yeah. Yep. So I've been doing that. Yeah. Yeah. And it's been helping. So after that, to answer your question, it's helped. I had a little mishap a couple of days ago where I didn't watch porn, but the night before I didn't watch porn as well. Yeah. I just fell asleep. So I was just like, surely. Wake up. Yeah. Surely, it's all good. But I didn't watch porn, I just fucking had something in the wing bang. Yeah. And that wasn't because I didn't want to watch porn, but that was because my phone was dead.
So you had to go old school.
And I've fucking gone old school, bro. And sometimes, bro, I have to go between the two. Yeah, bro. I have to like stagger it out. Because if I just go straight porn, fucking like hub day all day. Yeah. I start to lose like interest in it. Yeah.
Do you find yourself, bro? Yeah. Like feel free not to answer it. No, yeah. But it's like, do you find yourself not getting like, I'm not saying weird things, but bro, like you get to some things that afterwards you're like,
bro,
what the fuck was that?
I fucking done it, bro.
And it was like some like fucking amateur shit, and you're like, that chick is so ugly,
bro. Like, and sometimes it's like the fuggliest, the ugliest they are. Sometimes it's like, oh fuck. Yeah, bro. I have, bro, and and some shit, bro. Oh hell yeah, bro.
Yeah. So my other question for that is, how do you deal with your like post-nut clarity?
Post-nut clarity.
Is that what gets you down? Like the post-nut clarity?
Oh, no doubt. Yeah. I do the weirdest thing, bro. So when I wank, bro, I actually hump. I don't use my hand. Yeah. I can't. Yeah. It just doesn't fucking work. So I have to use like the bro here with his pillow. Yeah. I have to like put like a shirt or like a little tea towel.
we need to sort that out. Like his dog humps the pillow. That's what he's saying. He doesn't hump the dog's pillow.
Oh yeah. So. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. So I hump the pillow. Yeah. And I've done that since day dot. Yeah. And on the last session that we had here, I went into the first wank. You ever had?
Yeah.
So there was I can tell you mine if you want.
Yeah. So, give a shit, brother.
Mean, bro. I was 11, 12, back in the PS1 days.
Yeah.
I was at home on the school holidays and all my cousins were there. They were all jamming Spyro on PS1, Spyro 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. And everyone was trying to get a turn and all that shit. They were out in the lounge. And I was like, I know I'm not going to get a turn. Yeah. So I sort of just found something else to do. Yeah. And it wasn't, it was probably instinct because there was nothing, I didn't have an urge.
Yeah. How old were you then?
11.
Yeah.
I didn't have an urge to touch myself, but I found myself just sort of subliminally or subconsciously walking into the spare room where there was nothing there but this, weaved bamboo couch. Do you remember those? They don't have a cushion on it. It's just like weaved fucking
they're meant
something.
to be outside.
Yeah, right. So there was one right against the wall. Yeah. And it had this like little like fucking linen sheet on it. Yeah. And so I looked at it, bro, and just without even thinking about it, I just went up to it, bro, and just like that's the edge. I just put my like fucking knee on that bit and my other knee on the ground, and I just started like that. And I was just like, bro, I didn't even take off my pants, bro. And I was just like this, bro. And I was just like that, bro. And I remember, like, I was like, fuck. And I just remember having this, like, out of it feeling, bro. And I, like, had this, this image washed over my brain. And it was like two naked people, a man and a woman.
Yeah.
And it was like, almost looked like it was like from fucking Days of Our Lives. I don't know if you remember that program. No. Yeah, fucking, that's too wild. And it was just like, and they were just shirtless. Like, Actually, the woman probably had a bra on, to be honest. Like, and the most naked person in that vision was probably the man. But But and I was just like, and then I was just like, fuck, I need a piss. Yeah. And then I fucking like held it in, and I was like, oh shit, okay, that's what that's about. And then like the rush left, and I was like, and then like fuck, a couple of hours ago, or not even that, like maybe half an hour, I was like, fuck, I got to do that again. And I just kept going back into that fucking spare room. Yeah. That was my first wank, bro.
Bro, my first one, like I was probably like 7. Yeah. And that's because, like, and how I learnt about it is because I remember we're at the bro's house and the bro was like, guess what I just found? His older brother was like, guess what I just fucking found? And we're like, what? And bro, his dad had like a fucking stack of fucking porn books, bro. And we're like, fuck, we can have fucking 2 each. Like, so we're just fucking sitting there. I was like 7, bro, just flicking through these pages, and I was just like, absorbed it like a sponge, and I was like, oh my god, I know how to have sex. And I was just like, why did, and then I was like, just curious, and I was like, why do they do it? Like, I wonder what it feels like. So I remember I was like home, and I remember being in bed, and I remember I like turned around, and I was like, kind of like thrust it into the bed, and I was like, that was a cool feeling. I was like, what's this about? And I like carried on going. And I remember like then, like, I wouldn't come, but I'd come. Like, you know, I wanted to ejaculate. And then so like after that, bro, I was just all the time. And then, but I remember the first time I like ejaculated, and it was actually when I was up in Taupo, bro. And I was in the bath. And I remember I was just fucking, you know, like probably still thinking about those fucking porno magazines. And I remember coming, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And I was like, oh my god. And I was like, that's what the photos were. Like, I was like, that's what was in the magazine. It's like, this is normal. And then like, I remember like thinking back to class and stuff like that. And I was like, holy fuck, this is what it's all about. I was like, and since then, bro, and I think that's the problem with everything. And it's like, especially now, fuck, like, you think about that, it's like we just saw photos. These kids out there that has tablets and everything, bro. So imagine what
they're in VR on this motherfucker.
Bro,
you know, like,
bro, have you ever done it?
Never, bro.
Bro, I got a like one of those shitty VR things that you put your phone. Right? Don't take that step, brother. You shouldn't take that step. Stay away from it, brother. It's because I'm not even going to tell you. I'm just going to fucking, because it brings a whole new thing. Right. You can't see, brother. So you can be at home, no one comes by, like, opens up your door, and it's loud. Yeah. So you're like, you're just sitting there, pitch black, and you're like, oh my god, someone could walk in. I locked the door, so no one could walk in. But that's the issue now, is that kids, everyone sexualize everything. You know, like, fuck, we do it without even realizing. Like, you could see a girl walking down the street, and you're like, fuck, she's hot. And you're like, bro, it's just, it's nature. It's in the culture now. But then, like, I'm not saying I think about it, but like, these poor fucking kids, bro. Like, what's going to stop them, like, from doing it? Right. You know, the parents aren't trying to have that awkward conversation. Yeah. They, you know, parents now aren't fucking ready for that. You know, they're not going to be sitting there like, oh, stop fucking choking your chicken, you sick cunt. You know, how are they meant to go about it? And like,
and it's in a way, it's fucking sick, bro. In a way, it's fucking glorified. Like,
100%, bro.
On all fucking platforms.
Yeah, 100%.
And you're, fuck, what you're saying is so right, man. And it's just, bro, what the fuck, this shit. I think there's a few places I heard on a podcast. Might be like fucking Canada or some shit.
Yeah.
They've
Banned
made it. Yeah.
Yeah, same
From,
as Texas.
From the age of right.
Yeah.
Fucking Texas would do.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and it's
Lord
but then
and land, those
that's the thing,
motherfuckers,
bro.
yeah.
That's the issue. Is now though, imagine how many kids want to see it. So
Right.
they're gonna pay people.
Yeah, right.
They're gonna
Right. Yeah.
Oh, bro, can you send me that? I'll pay you $5 for it. So now they're paying for it. Fucking kids that are like, like it's
Yes.
good on them for trying to do something
Yeah,
about
right.
it. It's like OnlyFans,
Yeah,
bro. You see these videos on Facebook. Like there's one, and there's this chick, and her young brother's like, "Do you understand what I go through? Like everyone at my school knows that you've OnlyFans, that you sell yourself, like sell photos of yourself, videos, and talk to old men and stuff like that. Everyone knows it, and everyone talks to me about it. Do you understand what you're doing to me?" And she's like, I don't. And she's like, but like I get you things, and he's like, oh my god, like it doesn't matter. And it's like that's the whole aspect. Is like, I'm like I get it. Go make you some money. But then at the end of the day, is the money worth it?
Bro,
For the damage that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's it's a hard thing.
Fucking that's crazy, bro. But therapy's like it is working out for me.
Yep.
But I think it's only working out for me because I've come to a point where I'm like, I need it to work out for me. Like, there's the whole sort of reason where I sort of felt that porn was becoming an issue was my last relationship, which wasn't that long ago, bro.
Yep.
And we've been sort of going up and down,
Yep.
me and my ex, sort of in terms of not intimacy, but sort of trying to not stay together, but still be on good terms.
Yeah.
But there was a time where she realized when porn was an issue for me.
Yeah.
Was when we'd have sex.
Yeah.
And there'd be times where I can't even look at her face. I can't.
Oh, okay, yeah.
She's gorgeous, bro.
Yeah.
She's fucking gorgeous, bro.
Yeah.
But I can, the only thing that I want to see in my head is like fucking a Bella Danger.
Yeah.
Fucking rammed or whatever. Like something stupid like that.
Yeah.
So I'd always do missionary for some fucking reason. That was like that's still sort of the only sex position I can do to get off.
Yeah.
But I'd always she'd be like, her head would be like that. And I'd be like I look like a virgin, bro. And I'd be like, holding like, sort of like that, And then she'd always she'd ask me, she's like, why don't you look why don't you look me in the face? And I'm like, I'd come up with some bullshit.
Yeah.
Because I was fucking horrible with lying, bro. Absolutely horrible with lying.
What? No. Well, it's an actual issue. Like I have a bro. I definitely won't name.
Yeah.
But he realized that because he was single for a wee bit, that he realized that there was an issue that with touching, not like having a wank all the time. Because us these guys know exactly what the fuck we do. We watch stuff and but then you have that sickness afterwards. That you're like, oh
yeah.
But he said that he ran into the problem that when he was when he when he was slept with girls, that he was like, fuck man, it's so hard to stay hard now,
bro. It is, bro.
Yeah, and he was like, it's difficult. Because I'm used to fucking, doing it myself. I'm 5-10 minutes. I got shit to do. And he's like, so it's like, it hits that 5-10 minute mark, and I'm like, oh, fuck.
Bro, that's that window. And that window is fucking real, man.
No, yeah, and it's
bro, and chicks get fucked, bro. I heard this on the podcast before. You know how if the chick doesn't come, it's like, bro. If the bro doesn't come, the chicks get fucking wild, bro.
Like I've had it. If I hope my partner's parents don't listen to this. Yeah. But I've had times with her where I haven't been able to either Like, my thing is, if I'm hot, bro, I just shut the fuck down. Like there's been times like I'm like, mate, it has nothing to do with you.
Oh, you mean like temperature?
Temperature,
right.
I'm like, I'm fucking dying.
Yeah.
And like, my fault for being unfit.
Yeah.
But it's like that thing, and like, but like, I reassure that I'm like, it's not you. Like, fucking trust me, if I could bust a nut right now.
Right.
But like at the start of our relationship, could be TMI, but at the start of a relationship, I'm passionate about fucking making the other person come before I do.
Bro.
Like, it's like that thing, because it's always that thing, like, if you do it, you know, rah.
Yeah.
But then I notice as the years have gone on, then I'm like, oh, fucking, I'm tired. Yeah. I'm gonna bust now.
Yeah,
and be like, sorry, I can do something after.
Yeah, right.
She's like, no, don't worry. And then like, other times she's like, I'll just do it my fucking self.
Yeah, right.
And I'm like, sweet. And we have an understanding about it. But then like, you know, as the years go on, you kind of realize, like, when people go, you know, sex kind of slows down after a while, that fucking happens. And like, there's times where I'm frustrated with it. Like, where I'm like, why don't you want me anymore? Do you not want this body? Like, you know, it's like stuff like that, and it can get to my head. But then like, it's talking to her about it. You know, where like I've told her shit. Then I'm like, yo, I watched this on a porn. Did you want to try it? If you don't want to, it's cool. Like I understand it. And then like, you know, other things like, fuck, bro. What day, bro? Okay, this is.
Hell yeah.
This is my story, bro. It's funny as fuck. It's shameful.
This is.
Oh, is it? Is it? No, I think there's another one. Fuck, I might have forgotten it.
Oh, good.
I might let. No, I'll take this one, bro. Where she kind of like hit me up. And one day, bro, I just had a wank. Had the toilet paper there. Bro. And I fucking put the toilet roll back. But I left the fucking used fucking toilet paper on the side table, bro. And she came home. She went and flushed it down the toilet. Like, she was
yeah.
She came home and she was like, what did you forget? And I was like, what the fuck did I forget?
And that same time?
Yeah. And she was like, what did you forget? And she was like, did you have a bit of a messy today, did you? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, you forgot something on your side table drawer. And I'm like, no. Like, it was shameful as like, I was just like, oh. She was like, you nasty. I'm like, I'm sorry. She was like, I don't give a fuck. Just clean up after yourself. Like, she goes, I put it at like, women's of like, I have my best mate living with me. He goes, you left the door open. Like, what happens if he came home and saw it?
What if he was just like, oh, that's a fucking tissue. I just fucking put
She's like, what if one of the dogs got it? And I'm like, fuck, I get it, all right? I get it. I'll get rid of it.
Holy shit,
but
bro.
As in therapy sense, bro. So like, I haven't done therapy. I've done been with counsellors, and I think I've had one good counsellor. I've had I did a counselling in Taupo with my brother, and I told her finally opened up, and I was like, look, he beats me.
When you were living with your brother.
Yeah.
Right.
By the time I biked home, he was on the phone to them, and he goes, so I beat you, do I? And I was like, what? And I was like, what the fuck? And I probably should have chased this up. I probably should have done something with it. But for some reason, it just I didn't really chase anything up with it. But yeah, I've seen so many people benefit so much about it. Like one of my bros, a lot of shit had happened. He got forced to do therapy. Like mostly anger management and drug and alcohol counseling. But the tools that he's learned, bro, and the way that he's changed his life, shit works. And you just me saying it to you, stick with it.
Yeah, bro.
Even during the good times. That's where a lot of people do go wrong with it, is keep on doing it.
Right.
It doesn't hurt.
Don't just wait for shit to fall off the cliff and be like,
because
fuck.
all they're gonna do, and I've taken the long path path where, and I'm not perfect at it, but I just have my issues with therapy.
Right.
Is that like I've learnt tools because I've thought about what's gone wrong, like what all these things have gone wrong with. I've done like I don't know. I've fucking talked to heaps of people. Like, you know, I've heard everyone's other issues. Like when we went through a fucking MD stage, people just opened up to me. They were telling me some shit. And I'm like, and they're like, oh, we'll probably forget about this in the morning. And I'm like, I'm not that cooked. Or like, I'm not that drunk. I'm going to remember this. And then so it's like, when we're sober and I see them, I'm like, how you doing? And they're like, good. And I'm like, oh, you don't feel good about telling me.
You know the craziest thing I ever fucking said on MD?
What?
It was an absolute fucking bullshit that was coming out of my mouth. I was in Tauranga and I was speaking to this South African guy.
Yeah.
He's like a mate of a mate.
Yeah.
And he looked at me and he goes, brown boy, he goes, you hunt, eh? And I go, yeah, I fucking hunt. I've never hunted in my fucking life, bro. I've never even touched a gun, bro. I might have touched like a Joey gun. You know those Joey guns? Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
And he goes, what do you use to bring down a wild boar? And bro, the only gun I've not ever heard, but the only gun that came through my mind, I was just like, I reckon a 22, bro. I reckon a 22.
Oh, no.
And the bro was just like, whoa, shit. And then I was just like, fuck, I've done it a few times.
I've never really hunted in my life either.
I think a 22 is like those little tiny bullets.
Yeah. I know it's something that kids shoot because I've shot them.
Right. I think it's the one where you start a race with.
Yeah. No.
It's not even that.
It's like a rifle.
Yeah.
It could kill someone.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I don't know about hunting.
And it was funny because like fucking like a couple fucking minutes later, I went to the toilet and I was like, fucking Google search. I was like, fucking bring down a wild boy, and it wasn't a 22. And I was like, oh fuck. And the worst part was I was like staying with that cunt. Like,
for the
next like night, and I was like, oh, and I just fucking kept it quiet.
But it just eats you, hey.
Yeah, right. But MD anyway, that fucking opens you up to hella shit.
You wanna get close with your partner, right? Take some MD together. Don't need a drink.
Yeah.
Okay, you just. I really hope my fucking partner's parents don't hear this. But we just laid on the floor, touching the carpet. And just talking, bro, because you have the
because MD's not always just a duff thing,
bro.
Right?
But you take it like they're using it for people with like PTSD and stuff.
Right.
Like, I think we denied it, and I think America's denying it, but Aussie, I think they're really like going with it. And like it'll be like a situation like this: you go in a dark room, they give you some like scientific fucking MDMA, and they put headphones on and you just sit there and they talk through everything. And like I'd hate to say it, MD helps me like a bit, like, you know, where because you don't feel the shame, you know, so you can talk whatever the fuck you want to people. And like that's another thing is like people really opened up to me and I was like, shit, like, okay, how did you deal with it? That's my favorite thing to know is like how people deal with things, because I'm like, cool. And I'm like, and then I like, if I get into that situation, I'm like, they did it like this. Is this going to work for me? And it's like, it's just that talking to people, bro. Like the amount of people that like have opened up to me about like sexual abuse, and I'm like, fuck, like that's out the gate. And it's like, have you gotten help for it? And they're like, nah, I'm just, but because they're on MD, they don't feel it. They don't feel the shame anymore. And it's like, well, I'm happy that you've opened up to me. But then the only problem with MD is the fucking anxiety the next day. You know, like I told my missus some shit. And
is it the anxiety from telling?
Yeah, telling, and then plus the drugs itself. But like I've woken up the next morning and I'm like, honestly, I'm gonna kill you if you're telling me. She's like, it's all good. I told you shit too. And I'm like, sweet. But it like genuinely brought us so much closer. And then, but like, yeah, therapy, brother.
Yeah,
Stick
bro.
to it.
It's funny, bro, because it's like when I started thinking about making this podcast, I wanted to work on myself, which was one
reason, but I didn't want to just come on here and just have a whole bunch of problems and just be like, hopefully it's relatable enough for other people to listen and be like, fuck, I'm going through that too or whatever. I also wanted to try therapy, which I've never fucking done.
You're in the right place for it, brother.
Bro.
Everyone's got problems.
Bro,
you know?
straight up, bro. And I think it's, like I said, I've only had one session.
Yeah.
And the instructions were really clear.
Yeah.
Was in the morning, maybe not watch porn.
Yeah.
Maybe take the dog for a walk.
Yeah. Yeah.
And to be honest, as fucking simple as that message was.
Yeah.
Like it's like fucking helps, bro.
Yeah. And
accountability.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing, bro, is be tough on yourself, but don't be like fucking
right.
You fucking
yeah, that's right.
Shit.
Yeah,
You
right.
fucked
Because I
it up,
didn't. You
know.
fucking
Don't.
fruitcake.
Yeah. Don't beat yourself up upon things because you're on a journey, bro.
Yeah.
Where you need to. You're learning, bro.
Right.
It's all it is.
Exactly. And that's what this podcast is.
Yeah,
Bro. It's just fucking,
fuck ups, bro.
Yeah. I fucking know, bro. On the rails, fuck ups, bro.
Yeah, bro. 100%.
Fuck, maybe that could be another segment. I know I messaged you about doing a segment called Shame Out.
Yeah.
Maybe that's another one
Yeah,
of fuck ups, like recent fuck ups.
Yeah, bro. If anything, bro, like I was saying to you earlier, you can either like let fuck ups take over your life, you know, like like I was saying, like I'm a true believer about this. You can either take it, and I understand it's not easier said than done. Like it's a lot easier said than done. Where
Whatever you learn from it.
Bro, like, that's the thing. I could walk out this door, stub my fucking toe. Come back tomorrow, stub my fucking toe again. Yeah. Like, you're not going to learn things straight away. But I'm also not going to sit there and be like, oh, I can't walk anymore because I stubbed my toe. Or, oh, I don't want to walk through that door again because I stubbed my toe. Like, and that's the thing is, like, I've done some dumb fucking things. Like, drink driving, bro. Like, I lost... my car got impounded, lost my license, lost my job, lost my new phone that I just got. Like I'd hit rock bottom. Like me and my ex had just broken up. Like my mates were going like, "Fuck, Patrick, we're kind of over your shit a little bit." Like, and then, but they were right for it. I don't hold too much against them because I was being a useless cunt. You know, I understand it, but it was just that time where I was just like, just crashed into rock bottom, and I was like, yep, this is it. And then like my brother guided me to go, like, and same as my partner now, kind of went, this doesn't like justify your fate. This isn't who you are. You can conquer this, you can change this. And like that's same with like MD, for instance, is my partner kind of turned around to me and said, you kind of got a problem, because I'd have like a beer and be like, oh, fuck, a bag would go down a treat right now. Like, and like there was times like I'd fucking literally eat it like a whole gram. I remember one night I ate a whole gram and like, I was getting to the point where I was like nearly hallucinating and shit. Like, yeah, and then it was like, it got to the point where I was just like, it would be like Friday we'll drink, Saturday we'll drink, and both nights I'm like, fuck, we need to get money to get a bag, like, rah. And then, yeah, it kind of got to a point where I was just, like, my partner was like, you're kind of on the point of having a problem. Yeah. And I'm like, nah, fuck off. Yeah. No way. And then it was just live-in, like, in this thing. And then that's why we changed up, and I wanted to do farming, and then so we went out by Sanson. And then, living's a bit more further, party's a little bit more further. So you kind of pick and choose and what you're going to do. But drugs were still a big part. So, like, if I wasn't, like, doing lines, like, I never got, like, I don't want to say I was an addict, because I understand what addicts are. Like, I understand what people have to deal with. But it was just that thing that I'd have a beer, instantly want a bag. Like, it was just that. But then it was also, like, alcohol abuse. There's people don't understand that they think alcohol abuse is, like, alcoholics, but it's not. It's when you're drinking to get drunk every single weekend, it's alcohol abuse. Like people apparently, normal people don't do that. Some people can go out and have 1 to 5 drinks and be like, sweet, that's fine. I get past
Susie,
5.
I'll see you fucking at bowling or whatever.
I get to 5, bro, and I'm like,
me
let's
too, bro.
go, bro.
Me too, bro.
Yeah, and then that's the thing is like, all these things could have been my life. You know, like drinking kind of like it's a bit of a personality thing where like I go out to parties and everyone's like, oh, you're so much fun to drink with. Like you're a fucking dickhead, but you can hold your piss. And like sometimes I can't. Sometimes I'm like fucking. The first time ever, like 3 years ago, I for some reason got angry at my missus when we got into bed, and I was like, fuck you. And I just got up and walked out, and she was like, what? And so she got up and just locked the door. I was like, fuck you. Just went back to bed, bro. And then I didn't, like, it wasn't like I, like, came back or anything. I just went and slept in the garage, bro. And I wake up, and it's like 5, 6 in the morning. And I'm like, I'm so cold. And I'm like, why am I wet? And, like, I was, like, wet up to my shoulder. And I was like, I must have been lying in the grass. And I was like, what a fucking, I was like, why am I out here? And I was like, when I knocked on the door, I was like, babe, open the door, I'm cold. And she was like, oh. And I was like, what did I do? Like, and she was like, just go to bed. And I was like, oh my God, what have I done? What did I do wrong? Right. And like, went to sleep, woke up, and I was like, why am I wet? Was I lying on the grass? She was like, no. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I went, and then her mum was like, smell him. And she smelled me. She was like, oh my God, you pissed yourself. And I was like, oh, I've never done that before. I was like, oh shit. I was like, maybe I have a bit of a problem.
Yeah. So that's where you sort of, with alcohol, you know?
Alcohol, drugs, everything, bro, is you can't let it conquer you, bro. Right. But like, even like porn, bro, don't get me wrong. I fucking, especially being off work, it's like I wake up in the morning and I'm like on Insta or TikTok, whatever, and I'm like, should I chuck the chicken a little bit? Fuck it, why not? And then I like do it, and then it'll be like, like you said, like middle of the day, bro. I used to go, like with farming, you have like an hour's break. I'd go home, bro, and I'd be like, oh, I'm all excited, and it'll like fucking, I'll go like scrub my arms hard out, wash my hands, and I'll be like, I'm gonna have a wank, bro, and then I'll be like, have a nap for fucking 20 minutes, wake up, go back to work, and then that became a fucking habit because it's so easy. It's like it's the quickest thing to get like a fucking, like while you're doing it, you're like, I'm on top of the world. I could fucking smash anyone. Like, you know, I'm a fucking man, and then afterwards you're like, ooh, you know, you hit rock bottom, but you can't let it like well, everyone has a problem, I'm guessing. I mean, you have a problem. Like maybe I might not do it as much as you, but it's still a problem. Right. You know, you're still doing it multiple times a week, and that's a problem. You know, and even I have a partner, and it's like it's still a problem. You know, it's
because I see it as a problem as being like because it's I enjoy. And I have for a long time now. I enjoy porn, then I do sex, bro. Yeah. There's been times where I'm having sex with fucking anyone. Yeah. I can't even feel it, bro. My dick is fucking numb, bro. Yeah. And it's like, bro, hand jobs. Well, for me, hand jobs have never really worked. No. Neither have blowjobs, bro. No. I can't come from. No. I have to, like you said, I have to be satisfying the other person to have any sort of feeling.
Right, 100%.
Yeah. And porn just fucking multiplies that feeling in terms of like I'm only gonna come if I'm really wanking or if I'm really thinking of like porn. Maybe I'll come if I'm having sex, but if I can see her like really enjoying herself, I'm like, oh, and that's why I always ask. I'm like, are you liking that shit? And I'm so, you know, does that mean, you know?
But that's the thing. That's the problem is that we sit there and go,
but really, I can't
we watch
feel
porn.
Anything.
But like that's the thing. We watch porn and we go, fuck yeah, she loves that.
Yeah, right.
Like that.
Right.
But it's all fake.
It's all fake.
You know, they can be on set for fucking 8 hours.
Yeah.
You know,
and then use the
but we sit there and we go, we're like almost brainwashing ourselves, going, fuck yeah, she loves that. Yeah, bro. But then it's like I said, like over my time of surgery, it's like I couldn't because it would be fucking terrible. No, it'd be fucking terrible. But the feeling that you get from it, bro, afterwards is like there's things that come to you that you don't even realize. Like that you don't even realize that you're missing is like anxiety, shit like that. Like everything kind of like just starts to take a bit of a settle. Right. So like what's also good about like with like waking up in the morning, like my advice from something that I've just seen, I also need to take the advice, is in the morning, bro, try not even touch your phone. So like when you wake up, yes, your alarm goes off, hit it, wake up, do whatever you need to do, take the dog for a walk, okay? Because leave your phone at home, Okay, take your dog for that 15-minute walk that you need to do, because what you're doing is you're getting your fresh air. Okay, you're not looking at your phone. That's also our problem, though, is that we look on our phone, go on Instagram or Facebook, and all we're getting is negativity. Just negativity is just going and going and going, and you don't even realize it, but that's our addiction, and that's something that I want to try now. Is like, I'm not going to try have a vape, and I'm not going to try look at my phone for at least 15 minutes. I'm going to try step outside, and like I've got 2 dogs too, and I'm going to try take them for a walk. And it's like, for that too, it's your fitness. You know, get your heart, get the blood fucking going. You know, everything like that. And yeah, that's just something that I want to try, and it's probably something you should try too. Try not even touch your phone.
Yeah, all right.
And because I'd seen like the things behind it is apparently your anxiety levels start to drop with it. Is because
and I need that too.
Yeah.
I'm definitely no stranger to anxiety.
Yeah.
I had earlier this year, bro. I had a real bad, and we'll wrap up soon, bro.
Yeah.
I had a bad experience with panic attacks, bro, and it was a reoccurring panic attack that I would get while driving on a motorway, bro.
Oh,
it's the fucking worst, bro.
That's crazy.
It was fucking bad, bro. It would get to the point where where it would start with, my panic attacks on the motorways started when I first drove on the, what the fuck's it called? The
expressway?
Yeah, the expressway.
Oh, Transmission Gully.
Transmission Gully, that's right.
Yeah.
I remember I was on the phone with my mum and I was like all hyped up about it. I was like, man, I'm just about to go on now, because I was staying in Foxton.
Yeah.
I was going to head back to, this was like just after like some sort of lockdown. Not the first one, but maybe the
second
third.
one.
Yeah. Fucking knows how many there.
Yeah, hard.
I feel like I'm still in lockdown.
Yeah.
No, that's not true.
But Transmission Gully.
Yeah, Transmission Gully. Thanks, bro. And I fucking took that left turn, bro, to where you're like first looking up the hill, bro. And I just had this like, my face just went like that, bro. And tunnel vision, bro, just went like, I'm moving that way, but it felt like I was moving that way, bro.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Pretty quickly realised, which was good, I was having a panic attack.
Yeah.
And then after that, driving between Foxton and Wellington, I avoided going on Transmission Gully.
Yeah.
It was all good for the first or second time going on it.
Yeah.
And then it what's the word when it sort of transgress? No, that's not the word. Where it's sort of like it spread. I don't know. The fucking panic attack spread to different parts of the motorway, which sounds like a fucking virus.
No,
but I was, and then it was going on the expressway. Yeah, and then I would get a panic attack, and then it would be on any single part of the motorway. I would get a panic attack to the full to the point where if I looked at the motorway, I would get a panic attack. Yeah. And so I went to the doctors, straight to the doctors. Yeah. Well, not straight to the doctors. It took me a while, and I think a lot of it was like denial. Yeah, because it just felt so fucking like it almost felt like too pussy. Yeah. So what the fuck? What the fuck am I up to? Like I can't even drive. Man. Yeah, right. I can't even fucking drive to from Wellington City to Upper Hutt. I'm gonna fucking like have a panic attack in the middle of the motorway. There's no one else having that sort of issue. And so. Yeah, it got really bad. Went to the doctors and, my doctor now, shout out to my doctor, bro. He's the shit, bro. Yeah. He's the fucking man. Dr. Richard from Island Bay. I'll say Island Bay Medical Centre. Fucking shout outs, bro. He was the first doctor to sort of like, not just throw me straight on pills, which is what he did, but that's what I was looking for. I didn't really know what I was looking for, to be honest, just to get over whatever the fuck this
100%.
was. But he was the first to sort of like hear me out. He was like, oh, that's interesting, you know. So I'm on citalopram, which is an antidepressant. Yeah,
I was on the same shit.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. And I felt for the first sort of maybe week or 2 weeks, it was like I was going backtracking. Like I was like, fuck.
Have your ups and downs?
Yeah, ups and downs. Yeah. But I've sort of plateaued now. And it's sort of, there's a lot of issues that I've gone through over the past few years. One being panic attacks, also anger, like real bad anger issues, especially around like my fucking step kids.
Yep.
Fuck, bro, I've like blown up in ways that I've absolutely fucking hated myself for. But antidepressants have really helped. Sorry, I'm not. Antidepressants have helped, but it's not something that I want to keep on.
Yep.
So
100%.
So I think reverting back to therapy in this conversation is that's I guess that's what this sort of episode could be about. You know? Yeah.
My word of advice, bro, is what you also need to start working on is trusting yourself.
Right.
Because obviously you're panicking.
Yeah.
You're the fucking captain of that shit.
Right.
Okay, so with your panic attack, something that like because I was a truck driver and stuff, and when shit would happen, like people would pull out in front of you, and like I have bad fucking anger management issues. So like something like
Truck drivers,
but if you get anxiety on the road and like how you said like fuck, surely no one's going like the same thing.
Right.
Brother.
Yeah.
Have you fucking seen the idiot drivers out there? Don't get me started, bro. There's people out there that are going through it. I see, like, in trucks, bro, I'd be sitting there, one hand going on, and you look over to the road, and there's fucking some chick that's this far away from the fucking steering wheel going,
right,
look at it, so just focus.
Right.
But something that you can do while driving, bro, and if you feel like you're getting, like, any type of panic attack, bro, touch something, okay, yeah, and, like, it could be the steering wheel. Just feel it.
Feel it.
Just sit
Sensitive,
there,
right?
Yeah. Especially at the tip of your fingers. Start concentrating on that while looking at the road. Sit there and just be like, oh, fuck, okay.
Yeah.
You can wind down your window.
Yeah.
If the loud noise affects you, wind that bitch back up. But because you get the fresh air slapping you in the face, okay, there's little things like that you need to burn into your brain. Because, like, even now, like, I had to stop, like, I was smoking weed, like, every now and then. Like, I'd get home from a hard day's worth of work and go, fucking roll me up a joint. And then, bro, one day, anxiety attacks started happening. Bad, like crackhead level, like someone's outside, like real bad. It was weird. But like that's what I kind of learned is like, okay, I'm here. Okay, nothing's wrong. Nothing's gone wrong. Nothing's going to go wrong. So I started learning to trust in myself that I'm going to look after myself. I'm not going to let anything happen to me. If something happens, something happens. Like, you know, like, one of my favorite things that one of my boys said to me is, and I say it to everyone, is people that are like worried that their missus is going to cheat on them or their partner's going to cheat on them. So what are you going to do to stop it? How can you stop it? You can't stop it. If they're going to cheat, they're going to cheat. So you just don't stress about it and just deal with the outcomes. Because chances are you saying that you're cheating is you're pushing them away slowly. And they may not cheat on you, but don't let it fucking rule your relationship. Like, and that's the same with like you driving up the road. Yes, there's other idiots on the road, but if you need to, take a different route or pull over, have a breather, wind down the window, brother. Just trust in yourself because you know, instincts with yourself. You're not going to let anything happen to you. You don't want to be hurt. You don't want to die. You don't want anything. Hopefully you don't want to die, but like, you know, like you just trust in yourself, brother, because fuck it, I trust in you driving, you know, I actually didn't wear a seatbelt the whole drive here, so fucking I must have trusted in something.
Bro, funny chat about fucking seatbelts. Do you know the fucking car has to be somewhat level for it to come out of the fucking thing?
Yes, bro.
What the fuck? I just learned that this morning. When we go back to my ute, you'll see that the whole fucking thing, I've opened it up because I was at work this morning and the fucking ute was like on the fucking thing and it wouldn't fucking open up.
Yeah.
It wouldn't come out.
Oh, yeah.
So I fucking almost dismantled the whole fucking car.
With my lawn care business, bro, I pulled up to a new customer's house and I put my seatbelt in and it was like sticking a little bit before that. I go push the button and I'm trying to take, and the person's walking towards my van and I was like, fucking thing. I was like, fucking unbuckle, man. And it wouldn't unbuckle. And I was like, I just picked up my phone and I was like, oh, sorry. Give me a second. They're like, oh, okay, walked around. And I was like, what the fuck, bro? I was sitting there for like, I've probably been like 5-10 minutes and it was stuck. I had to get a tool, reach back, get a tool, bro, jam it in there and break my buckle off.
Unreal, bro.
Yeah, no, it's scary shit.
So I messaged you earlier this week or whatever, and we're just starting with a new segment called Shame Out. I'll go with mine. If that's all good, bro.
Hard.
So This is a good one, bro. You might even fucking know of it, bro.
Okay, bro.
Happened in Levin, bro. Yeah, bro.
Okay.
So there was like maybe, I don't know, like 10 years ago. Fuck, not even that, bro. So this was back so you were saying before that Friday nights used to be the fucking like,
Thing at Levin
the
Club.
thing in Levin Club, whatever.
Yeah.
So back in the days, Friday nights were still the thing, but it was back in O'Malley's.
Oh, yeah,
bro. Yeah.
Old motherfucker.
Straight up, though.
Yeah.
Anyway, bro, so I was like fucking cruising in. Everyone's there, whatever. Bit of a nightclub scene if you've never been to Levin or been to fucking O'Malley's or whatever, the best sort of nightclub scene you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Anyway, and there was this bird there, bro, and I was just like, I thought I was the shit, bro. I was just like, fucking, on my Neo, whatever. Whatever the fuck that is. And she's like, no, I got a boyfriend. I was just like, oh, no, fucking, good. Anyway, I was just like, like, fucking going away, like, keep coming back, keep, like, sifting away, keep coming back. I got a boyfriend. Okay, sweet ass. And at the end of the night, I was like, oh, sweet, everyone had to leave. I fucking so I walked out the front door, bro, and her boyfriend was there, bro, and he just went, dog! And I fell down, bro, and I was just like this, ah!
Oh, no, bro.
And I was like, oh no!
Bro.
And it was like, it was the worst, bro. And I remember, and it just like, no, because he didn't haymaker me, or he was completely within his rights, and he didn't like come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
He took me as a man to man. He was like, bro, you've been fucking with my missus, bro. And I was like, oh, no.
Oh, no.
Doc. I was gone, bro. No. And I was just on the ground, like, in the fetal position.
Oh, no, bro.
And she was just like, and I just remember seeing her like, oh, no. Like, she was like, oh, no. Yeah, bro, that was...
Shame, Mal.
Shame, Mal, bro.
I've got one for you.
Yeah,
Same
bro.
Friday night.
Yeah,
I was telling you I was a broke motherfucker.
Yeah. Sorry, Robbie.
Bro. These guys, okay, I'm sorry for everyone at Levin Club that that had missing drinks. That was me. So everyone would go out to the smokers area and leave their drinks there, bro.
Yeah.
I used to go out for a quick dart, vape and whatever, come back inside, bro. I used to just take a drink.
Yeah.
There's people like, oh, sorry, didn't mean to. But one day, the bros, I didn't realise that there was only 2 people drinking the export gold. And I stole one of the export golds, bro. And they came up to me, they're like, brother, did you take that drink? And I was like, nah, my brother bought it. And they're like, we've been here for a couple of hours, bro. Your brother hasn't been here. And I was like, no, he was, bro. You guys just didn't see him. I stuck to the line. They're like, all right, brother. I walked away. Oh, bro, I remember after that, I was just like, I don't even want to drink tonight. And I was like, fuck, man. And then, all the time my missus brings it up to me. She's like, ooh, you used to fucking take people's drinks. But it got me through my every Friday night. So fucking anyone that thought their drinks were missing, hit me up. I got you. I got the paybacks now.
Bro, fuck, bro. Thank you so much for coming on,
It's all good, brother.
I was just sort of like, I was just thinking, man, it might be, I don't know, would you like to come back on at some point?
Brother.
Yeah, bro.
100%.
I'll be keen to there's heaps of shit that I didn't even go into, but I'm happy that I didn't go into too much. I didn't want to overindulge the listeners, or whatever. Fucking if they end up even being fucking listeners,
listeners, bro.
Yeah, bro.
There'll be listeners.
Shut up, bro. Bro, yeah, I'll stick to therapy, bro.
Yeah.
I like what you said before, bro. Trust in yourself, bro.
Yep.
That's fuck, bro. That hit me, bro.
At the end of the day, brother, I've got some people that'll have my back to the day I die, but situations they might not. So always, you're the only person that's gonna have your back. Always have your back, brother. Okay, because you've always got you, and don't let things take you down
Too much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't fucking believe in you, brother.
Shut my bro.